Alright guys, what's going on? It's A+9 here, back in with another video. And in this video today, I'm going to be doing a DVD review. But first, I do have a special Skype guest. He is my co-host on the Pro Wrestling Rewind. If you want to check that channel out, it is PW Rewind. So I will have a link in the description box. But nonetheless, Steve Jvandiesel.
Hey guys.
There he is, right there.
Well, no.
And I guess this is a little bit of a payback because I was in one of his board game reviews of Vegas Showdown.
Yep, which I'm currently fixing the box too.
Yep, he broke the box.
My brother did.
And this is going to be a DVD review as a request from one of the coolest... Maxicheezestick. Without question, one of the coolest YouTube names I've ever heard in my life.
Hell yeah.
Maxi Pad and Cheese Stick combined. Maxicheezestick. But nonetheless...
Report that?
Huh?
Did TMZ report that?
No, TMZ did not report that. It's not legitimate. It's not legitimate. But the DVD I'm going to review right now is The Rise and Fall of ECW.
ECW, ECW, ECW.
ECW, ECW, ECW. Oh, front, spine, the back. ECW, ECW, ECW. A chant still heard in arenas around the world. ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, redefined professional wrestling in the 90s with a reckless, brutal, death-defying, and often bloody style that came to be known as hardcore.
But the funny thing is about that company, sorry to interrupt, it was originally known as Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Yes, I will get into that a little bit later on. It attracted a rabid, cult-like following that is still going strong today, which is kind of surprising. Because, well, not really, because you live in Philly, and that's where it started.
Yeah, I'm home to the original arena.
Exactly. This 6-hour 2-disc set follows the rise and the eventual demise of the company that raised the bar and revolutionized sports entertainment forever. DVD extras include 7 bonus matches, including the Pitbulls versus Raven and Stevie Richards, Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis, Mikey Whipwreck versus the Sandman, Too Cold Scorpio versus Sabu, Tommy Dreamer versus Raven, Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow, and Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn.
Let me just say about that Bam Bam Bigelow match. Damn.
Is that the one where he fell through the stage?
Yes.
That was a great moment. Here's disc 1. Here's disc 2.
I fixed the box.
Let's talk about the documentary. Holy cow. That's all I have to say about that. It is quite possibly... No, it is. It is. In my opinion, it is the greatest documentary WWE has ever produced. I mean, it's got things from, Eastern Championship Wrestling. It goes into detail on the various wrestlers, such as Public Enemy, Taz, Sabu, Terry Funk, The Sandman, Cactus Jack, Stone Cold Steve Austin when he was a part of ECW. The Blue World Order, the BWO, the parody of the NWO.
We're taking over.
Yes, 3 simple words. We're taking over. It had the very first ECW pay-per-view, Barely Legal. I remember that. I have that on DVD.
Great pay-per-view.
Yes, it is one of the best. It also features just a bunch of background. Did you know that whatchamacallit? Did you know that they didn't actually have a TV studio? They actually had to use Paul Heyman's house, or Paul Heyman's mother's house, as a TV studio.
Really?
Yeah, they did. And and all the merchandise, the wrestlers had to pack themselves and ship out themselves, which is pretty crazy. And oh, did I mention it was in Philly? Yeah, it's in Philly. But yeah, this is one of the greatest. No, it is the greatest DVD WB has ever produced. On the back, there's a little picturesque montage, I guess. You want to say? Yeah, this right here, montage. Winning, epic winning.
Epic winning, yeah.
Epic winning. Definitely out of 5 stars. This is definitely a 6 out of 5. Out of 10, it's an 11 out of 10. Out of 100, it's a 101 out of 100. This DVD is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that is that. Any final thoughts, JV, on this DVD?
Let me just say, ECW, I knew that I grew up in Philly, but I moved to New York, so I was able to see ECW on TV when it went to TNN. That stuff I thought was completely amazing, and I've been a fan of ECW ever since. I think that a lot of people say the main fall came back when, early 2000, late 2000s. No, it's what happened when Vince McMahon took over the company.
Yeah.
That's when the fall came.
Yeah, and then when they brought it back in 2006.
Yeah.
That's probably the only shot in the dark about this great organization. But nonetheless, you got something funny to say back there?
No, we're just laughing because the fact that my mom is talking about the picture from the Mets right now, which has a beard from, like, fucking Wham.
All right. And now we're talking about the Mets. Anyway, this DVD is perfect.
I gotta find it. I gotta go ahead and find it and get it, because I want to go ahead and see those matches again.
There's a lot of ECW. I am going to do another DVD review coming up next, so stay tuned for that.